Hi folks, it's a somewhat cold, wet, dreary day here in Northern California, and I just went up to my gear room and was starting to pull things out, starting to think about what I was going to do for the coming season. I'm sure, like most of you, at the beginning of the year, you go through your gear, you clean things up. I've got to go through this year and actually restock and reassess my first aid kits. So that's what I was thinking of when I came across this pack. Now, this pack, it's an REI pack. I forget the exact model or size. It's probably about 20 liters, I would imagine. This used to be my day pack, and it was my day pack for quite a few years. And it's been upstairs in my active gear room for quite a while, and it was sort of getting in the way. So I went to pull it out, and I was going to put it downstairs in my garage where I've got sort of my non-active gear stuff. And I started going through the pockets. I initially assumed that it was empty, and then I saw that it wasn't. And so I thought, maybe I'll just make a quick video about it. But like I said, this is my REI pack, and I used it mostly for day hiking, and that means day hiking to fish. And so a couple things about this: I've still got a whistle attached to it. I've got a beaner with a net magnet. So those of you that are fly fishers know that when you carry a net on your backpack, you've got a magnet. One magnet is connected to the net, the other magnet's connected to the pack. That is, and it is a very good way to lose your net, and that's exactly what I did. I was wearing this, and I got into some heavy brush, and I lost my handmade net that was made by a friend of mine. And now for him to make that net, it's several $1,000s. So I never replaced it. If you're ever in a canyon that has Paiute cutthroat trouts and you come across a net that says High Country Fly Fisher on it, please drop me a line. Anyway, it's got this fly patch. Now this is a really cool fly patch. It's small, and it's unobtrusive, and but it works really well. I did replace it for what you see me use now, which is that CNF patch. This used to be what I carried my camera in for a very long time, and now that I've got the GoPro and some other stuff, I don't really need this. But this is a good REI pouch as well. But as I was going through here, I found some interesting things. So I've got this Flint fire starter from firestarter.com by Linda Porter and Alana Groper. So we're gonna try that out, because I've carried it. I carried it for a long time. I never actually tried it or used it. And then in the main compartment, let's see if I got anything in there. I don't have anything in the main compartment except an old sandwich bag. And like any other REI or any other good pack, it's got a place for my bladder. And in here, what do we got in here? We've got some old leaders and some tippet. So pretty much any backpack of mine that you're going to find leader and tippet, because the worst thing that could happen for fly fishermen is to go out and forget either one of these. So I've got this stuff stashed everywhere. This is interesting. This was originally a Bimini twist leader, but what I've got here in the back, these are actually little, I guess, I forget they're called. I think they're called lead heads. They're basically pieces of sinking line that you can attach to the tip of your floating line that basically turns it into a sink tip line. I never really used these. I got them, I carried them for a long time. I think I used them maybe once or twice. I ended up just using bead heads. Got some 9-foot 3X tippet, 7.5-foot 6X, 7.5-foot 3X, and 7.5-foot 6X. So the reason I've got so much 3X is I used to fish yarn a lot. I've mentioned that in videos in the past. I used to fish yarn a la Dean Schubert and Dave Hickson, the California or their right angle method, and so for that I'd fish 3X. I've got a signal mirror in here, which I had forgotten that I even owned. I got this from my brother-in-law, who was the guy in the Navy that always packed all of the survival gear in the jets on aircraft carriers. So, you know, he's given me over the years, you know, knives and first aid gear and all that sort of stuff. And he gave me this, and I forgot I had this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my first aid kit and carry it with me for the upcoming season. Got a lanyard for some glasses, and then in here I've got a lantern. This headlamp is pretty much brand spanking new. I think I only used this for a season. It's kind of cool. When you hold it like this, it's by Snow Peak, and in this configuration, it's a headlamp, but you just sort of pop out. How does this work? I forget exactly how it works. There you go. You should pop it out like that, and it becomes a lantern. So that was kind of cool. But you know, when I started ultra running, I quickly replaced it with the Petzl now. Got some cash in here, not very much, but it's handy. Another mirror. Oh, it looks like this opened up. So I had this little magnifying box, and in the magnifying box I had, yeah, here it is. I've got some paraffin wax because I fish cane rods and use this to wax the ferrules. And then I also had in here some extra beads. And then this box itself was handy. I could put an insect in here and take a very close look at it to see what it was all about. I don't really do that anymore. Another headlamp in here, the Petzl Zipka. And then some extra batteries. So yeah, you know, it's it's amazing when you find when you go through some old gear. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't use any of this stuff actively anymore, so I'm just going to keep it in here, just remembering that it's there. Put it in my garage in my extra gear storage. This I'm going to go put up in my first aid kit, so I carry it with me backpacking this year. And this I'm going to probably be put back in here. But you know, we're going to give this a try right now, see how this works. So I'm going to put some leaves down just as a base, because it's got magnesium and it's going to burn hot. And instead of getting a char mark on the concrete here, I'll just burn the leaves a little bit. So it looks like it comes with this little ring system, so you can hang it from your pack or wherever. You know, it's hard to believe. I'm such a pyro when it comes to fire starters these days that I never actually took this out and used it. But I must have picked this up probably, I'm guessing, easily 15 years ago, maybe longer. Okay, so it looks like it's a magnesium and flint system. So the silver is the magnesium, and then this is the ferro rod. Let me get some of this. Of course, ferro rods don't work unless you get the coating off. So let's get the coating off. There we go, we're getting some sparks. Okay, now the magnesium, I've never really played around that much with magnesium, so we'll see how this goes. Scrape it off and make a small pile. Oh yeah, that works really well. Huh. Should probably have turned these leaves over so that they cupped a little bit, but okay. Make a small pile. Again, I've never done this, so I'm going to presume that should be enough. Wow, that was that was hot and that was fast. That's cool. Let's try that again. just a little bit, see if that's enough. A little bit. There we go. Cool. That's cool. Well, that was fun. I'm going to pull this flint out and put it with my active gear. Of course, as I said before, I'm going to put the mirror in my first aid kit, so I carry it with me on my long backpacking trips. So anyway, that was just a quick video, my way of saying hi. Welcome to 2022. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that you all have a great 2022, and I hope you're all as eager for the coming season as I am. I will be getting out in a couple weeks, and I'll be sure to film that. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a good day.